Hi there, welcome to Te Rere. I really want to show you this fantastic boat because it's probably the best boat I've ever owned in my life. It's a Dufour 405 2011 Grand Large, which means it's got quality features throughout. So just come with me and let's have a look. So it's 40 feet or and feet, 12.3 meters. So yep. And 130% Genoa and standard mainsail, 4 batten, 3 reefs. These sails are new and they're 2026 they were put on the boat. So because it gives you lots of options with 130%, and for me a full Genoa and the second reef allows me to take this boat up to 30 to 35 knots without even thinking. They really like, I mean, it's a fast boat, right? Really fast. I bought this boat in the Caribbean and I spent 2 years there. So I've sailed in the beautiful trade wind conditions across the Pacific, the Christmas reinforced trades in the Caribbean, the ugly sailing around the Northeast Columbia Cape, and of course, the very rough trip to New Zealand, which, as you know, can be interesting. However, in all those, I felt safe all the time. It was a great responsive boat, easy to operate, and really sea kindly. You know, it's fast, but you can sail it to whatever you need it. So, fantastic, long lines, plumb bow. You can see by the bow there, it actually looks like it wants to go. That's what attracted to me that in the first place. Almost like leaping out of the water, you know. It's a big dinghy type shape. There's not a lot of underwater body, but there's a fin keel with an aft trailing bulb, 2.03 meters of draft, so that's a long keel one, which is fantastic. There's a new Bimini, new Dodger, and new stack pack. So the vessel is in peak condition. There's solar on the deck, which you can walk on, another solar array above the Bimini, and of course, wind generator, water maker, internal heating with all the cabins are ducted, so sailing in winter is fantastic. And these most fantastic things here, these are Bowman davits, which can be pushed inboard for when you're in a marina, and I carry the dinghy on these things at all times. Great boarding with this boarding platform which stands up and creates a nice safe well in there. But come aboard and have a look at the cockpit, because basically this is my office. Fantastically enclosed position, comfortable, seating for 6 to 8, table up, sit down here really nice and comfortable. And in fact, this is where I spend most of my time. Autopilot works, it's just a star with the autopilot. I operate this vessel a lot on my own, so all the reefing comes here into the cockpit, one line reefing, one powered winch just here, so easy if I need some extra hands. But basically most of the time, I'm solo sailing. All the leads coming back here make life so much simpler. Fabulous amount of storage under here. I mean, that's the mirror image on the other side. This huge external gas bottle locker in here. And you can see all the cushions, all the lovely cushions through with the 2 big gas bottles in there, vented to the outside. And a huge aft locker here also. You can really get a lot of materials in here. Out of your way, keeps the boat really tidy. And of course, in case of an emergency stuff, underneath here, there's actually a life raft. So this can be lifted up, and there's a life raft. Let's have a look below. Come on down. Look at this, fantastic. I was actually really amazed when I got this boat. You know, I chose it for its quality and what I saw online, but I was even more amazed when I got here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the vessel and what it means to you?
Absolutely. Before I got this vessel, I'd just done a crossing of the Pacific. I'd sold my boat because I thought I was finished. But then I had this epiphany that I needed another boat. And I looked around and I saw this one online in the Caribbean. And I know the quality of the Dufour. It's such a high quality build. And so for me, it was just an automatic step, really, because I was missing boating, and this was available. It was like some sort of connection, you know. And the quality of this and the room in it and the sailing capabilities, I already done my research. And I've sailed a lot of boats, you know, I mean, a lot of boats. And this to me was the ultimate. If I could manage to get this, it was really going to be the ultimate in cruising boat for me.
How have you used her over the years? Like, where have you been? What was your sailing plan?
Okay, well, my ultimate plan was to sail back to New Zealand, but because it was in the Caribbean, it was a really good opportunity. I spent 2 years sailing there, up and down the Windward Islands, and through lovely island sailing, trade wind sailing, you know, reinforced trade wind sailing at Christmas winds. And so when I completed that, I came across down through Curacao, down through Colombia to Panama, which was a nice off-the-wind trip. And of course, through Panama, and then of course, you know, the COVID thing. So we had a bit of a hiccup just there, but then into the Pacific, because I mean, I love sailing, and offshore sailing with a trade wind is just magic. And this boat tracks so well. Off the wind, it's a machine, you know. And so I wasn't single-handed, but I was short-handed, and this boat sailed, I mean, 8 to 10 knots is taking it easy, you know, and that's me, it's cruising. So, but I've got to say that if you want to race, this is a very sharp boat, and I've done some racing in New Zealand, and you can see by the profile of the vessel that it's pretty fast. And with this rig we've got on it, you know, you can have as much power as you like. So yeah, through the Pacific Islands, Tuamotus, Galapagos, into Tahiti itself, and then across to Fiji, Tonga, and then of course back to New Zealand. And I've sailed it here for the last couple of 2 or 3 years, all coastal. So in my opinion, this boat has this whole range of, if you want to go offshore, it's nearly ready. Change the flares, do the life raft, you can leave tomorrow. And it's comfortable, it's safe, it's forgiving. If you want to do coastal, well, Watermaker, heated cabins, all the cabins are heated with a Webasto oil heater. So you can sail wintertime, cozy. And the way the rig is, very changeable to suit the conditions. So for me, perfect boat, offshore, racing or cruising.
Are there any memorable trips or moments aboard that stand out to you?
Yeah, so many. But there are those few, you know. I sailed to an island which is 100 miles west of Bora Bora, and there are 6 people live on this atoll, you know, and here I come in this fantastic vessel in through the narrow passage, and there they are waiting on the beach basically, singing to us. Wow, that's pretty something. So we stayed there a week, Polynesian hospitality. Man, it was good. And we had great sailing to get there. We had this fantastic environment to live in. I mean, this is so livable, this boat. Two aft cabins with its own ensuite bathroom, forward cabin, double master suite with its own ensuite bathroom. Man, it's livable. And of course, cockpit. So French Polynesia, Tuamotus, and actually a Fiji was the other one, up through the Yasawas. And that's like another world altogether, you know, because it's almost deserted, and the sailing's great. It's trade wind sailing, and I could go on about this boat all day long, but it's something that, yeah, I've been in love with and use fantastically. So
Can you tell us what have been the latest upgrade on the boat?
absolutely. So this year I put on new sails. That's a Genoa, 130%, new main. These are brand new, put on January. They're actually black Dacron, so it looks really very, very smooth and very schmick, basically. New forestay, new roller furler, the 304S Furlex, which is, yeah, it's a good quality piece of kit. New bimini, new Dodger, new stack pack, all been in the same nice tan color. And lots of servicing, new house batteries, 100 AGMs, a new, and last year 225 was the new starter battery, and also the thruster battery, because it does have a bow thruster. And Watermaker, all serviced by myself as a marine professional, and or if I'm not quite clear about it, by other marine professionals. So Watermaker, Heater have all been checked and made sure they're servicing, engine service, changes of oil filters and fuel filters at regular intervals. And I've been quite pedantic about that, because as you can see by the boat, it's a quality piece of kit, and I've been really careful about maintaining that. Engine hours are 2,500 hours, and new running rigging, so it's ready to go. Couple of small things you might want to do if you're going offshore, but if you're going coastal sailing or you're going racing, you're ready to go. So just to show you what's in the main cabin and all the facilities, I'm just going to walk over here and show you this fantastic bench for cooking, twin sink version, and a nice worktop. The storage really is great. I mean, its own Dufour cutlery, great storage for behind the vessel, and the sink here. Gimbal stove for when you're sailing. Interesting little technique things. Rubbish bin with its own opening lid. Small but interesting, right? It's a strategy of all these nice things. Great storage for food, etc. Immediate storage and usage. Under this seat here, there's some more storage. Under this seat here, there's more storage for food. Also the water manifold for changing tanks. There are 2 water tanks, 360 litres. But, these lovely joinery and fabulous storage. Yeah, here's a little unique little thing here for your ready-use stuff. Oops. It has many unique little features. And of course, if you're thinking of refrigeration or fridge, great amount of area. So it's top loading, and it has a small freezer area, and of course front loading as well, so you can get to the vegetable section. Or what do you have there? Very, very useful. Of course, lasted me all the way across the Pacific. And of course, the navigation area. Really nice stuff. Everything's in hand. VHF, radio, battery monitors, switchboard, quality instruments underneath there, or your navigation instruments. So I operate chart plotter plus iPad on this vessel. More storage, ready use things. Look at that, that's the state. Everyday things you use. More storage. And then of course, probably one of the most important things, the piece de resistance, is this little thing here. And ta-da! Only in a Dufour. A lovely wine cellar. Every boat should have one. So engine wise, it's a Volvo D240. Very easy to service. So here's the Watermaker filters and the engine driven Watermaker down here. It's a New Zealand open ocean, about 120 to 180 litres an hour. Fabulous engine, standard Volvo bulletproof engines, and I've never had any problems with it at all. So access through there, and also access through the side in each side of each cabin for changing filters and or checking whatever you need to check on those things. Battery, there's a separate engine battery for this. So there are 3 house batteries and 1 engine battery, plus 1 for the bow thruster.
What would you say to someone considering this vessel at their next boat?
Great question, because if you're looking for quality build, because you do know that Dufour is a very high quality build, and that's one of the things which, as a professional mariner and an ex-boat builder myself a long time ago, I look for, which is quality build, because in the end that's the thing that's going to take you safely everywhere. Plus its livability. I mean, you know, 3 double cabins, an office out on the deck, you know, and so easy to work with. I sail this boat mostly on my own now, and all easily sailed and great for teaching people. You know, I've had children on board here, and that's what I would hope, that a family takes this boat and can really explore New Zealand. I've been most of New Zealand in this boat. It's a stunning, stunning way to get around, but with such comfort and luxury. I really feel this is a luxurious boat, and it has a quality of all things. You know, you're not hampered by having to go to shore. It's self-contained with power, water, you know, heat if you want to sail in the winter. It's a really nice all-round boat for a family, whether they're beginning sailors or whether they're racing sailors. But it's a boat that wants to be used. And I think I'd love that to be happening for somebody, to experience what I've had with this boat.